process for Angel Tree begins in probably June or July when national prison fellowship volunteers go into state and federal penitentiaries and institutions of all kinds. And they let folks know what Angel Tree is and that potentially will be able to give gifts for their children. Prison Fellowship then works on organizing all of the names down to county of where the children are located. Kind of simultaneously to that, while that's all going on and we're making these calls and updating, we're putting all of those, all the information into a database that can be easily sent out to churches, that could be printed out easily. We then start disseminating names, provide oversight and any help that they might need, and then the remainder, if we have kids that do not have a placement, a church to sponsor them, then TRAILs raises money and raises donations to provide for the remainder of the kids. So that's what you see all over the place.
I think children of incarcerated parents are sometimes a population that we don't really think about a lot because it's a stigma that people don't want to discuss. And so I think it's important because it brings to light that it's not their fault that their parent is incarcerated. And it also brings to light how much they love their parent despite the fact that they're away.
The person in jail is the one that committed the crime, not the child. That child didn't commit that crime. Why should they suffer?
Love between a parent and a child, that can't be stigmatized. That's pure, that's raw, that's real. So I think it's supporting the incarcerated individual when so many people have cast them off. They cast themselves off, disenfranchised in their communities. They may have lost everything multiple times, but the love, between a parent and a child, even if it seems to have been lost, it can be rekindled and reestablished. So that's kind of why I'm in on it.
Yeah, I just did a Bible that, there was a message on there from the Father. And he said, he says, I miss you, I'm sorry, and I pray every day. That means a lot to them, that it's really coming from, their dad.
There's this point where, because there's so much to get done, you don't want to leave the office because you want to be there to, okay, you take these gifts to this place, you take these gifts to that place, but you had to do at least one delivery because it puts it all together. So that, to me, that's the most rewarding part.
You work in the field for 30 years. I used to think those people in jail, they don't give a dang about their kids. But when I seen a kid get a gift from their parent and say, they remember me, it changed my heart. That changed my heart. And they do care about their kids. They just messed up, did stuff, So it's easy for somebody like me, who's worked for a lot of years and seen the same people over and over come back and forth in jail. And I seen that. I said, I'll do everything I can, as long as I can, to make sure that we continue doing this program.